Hill left side. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Bayless the pass to Henson. From 10 feet out, Bayless's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, as we all remember, gentlemen, Brandon Knight was the 8th pick back in 2011. He's still developing, but he's still very young. And he said people do forget that. A lot of the best point guards in our game didn't get it overnight. There are a lot of places I can improve, and I embrace that. Guys, he's coming off his best season, looking to continue his growth.
He's gotten Doris better every season. Thank you. Bucks trail by 12. There's the pick. He dishes it to Dudley. Kicks it to Bayless. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Mayo. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Mayo's got it back down to single digits for the Bucks.
You know, last year the Bucks knew that to make the playoffs would be a real stretch. Strange, kind of, when you consider that year before, 2013, they had gotten to the playoffs, but it just goes to show you things change quickly.
And he gets it to go. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
The Lakers last season, and this is a remarkable factoid here, folks, that was only the 6th time in franchise history, going all the way back to the 40s, that the Lakers have missed the playoffs. Obviously, the Lakers fans are not accustomed to missing the postseason.
Some changes for the Lakers. Black's checked in for Hill, and Ed Davis is subbed in for Boozer. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Marshall's checked in. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. Back to fundamentals. That's what he told them. Specifically, he'd like to see them implement the pick and roll as often as possible. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks, Doris. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Let's see some of the numbers here on O.J. Mayo. Last season's stats for him. Last season, he averaged 11 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Just a great player to have in your arsenal for giving your starters some rest.
Steve, I agree with you. Not many teams can bring a shooter like him off the bench.
And for the Lakers last season, Steve, with the departure of Dwight Howard, you knew the team on paper had less talent, but the hope was that the chemistry would improve.
And I thought it did. The chemistry was good. Kevin, they just didn't have enough talent. And when Kobe and Nash went down, it didn't matter who was out there, who was coaching. You know, it was just going to be a situation where they were not going to be able to win enough games. But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Outside, Lin. Lets it go from 11, and there's another one for the Lakers.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
And Marshall kicks to Henson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Here's Mayo, trips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Now here's Ellington. His last outing, he had 8 points. Back to Lin from the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
It's stolen by Davis. Outside, Lin, and stolen by Ilyasova. And now here comes Marshall. leading the break. Some solid defense there from Lynn.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Second, Kendall Marshall.
He was one of the best distributors of the basketball all season long and was really one of his team's bright spots a year ago.
Milwaukee with the ball. They trail by 14. And the pass to Mayo. And here is Marshall. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
The outside game has not worked for him here so far. You need to regroup. And while you're struggling with your shot making, you got to play some D, and then you got to figure out a way to get some easier shots.
Here's Lynn, following the bucket by the Bucks. Dishes it to Young. Pulls up. And too long on the shot.
You know, there's always a lot of nicknames in the NBA. I loved what became of Nick Young last year in L.A. All of a sudden, he dubbed himself Swaggy P, and it caught on. It seemed like the whole league kind of loved watching him play and referring to him by that nickname.
Now, here's Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dudley. Can't hit. Good defensive work there by Young. Lakers leading by 12. Lynn dishes to Young. Back to Lynn. Lets it go from deep. No good. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
And Nick Swaggy Young, they call him, Swaggy P, never swaggier than last season. The top scoring rate of his career and some of the best efficiency as well. And he has some huge nights.
Henson sets a screen for Mayo. And here's Dudley for 3. Here's Henson. And a foul thrown on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul.
And he can't get the first one. And Young, a good ball handler. He can get his shot whenever he wants.
And that's often, Kevin. Don't expect a lot of assists from him. This is a guy who, when he touches the ball, it's going up.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Ilyasova.
And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. 11th in blocks, 17th in assists. As for three-point shooting, not a strong point for them. Top 20 in the league. They've got room for improvement in that area.
Well, the Lakers are in another one of those transition stages, and they've not had many in the history of the franchise. But they do need to start looking for that next superstar to build the team around.
And that one's good. 16 points for Kobe Bryant.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
Bucks trail by 13.
As you said, Kobe's starting to get to the age where you just don't know how many years he has left, especially with all the injuries. And the Lakers need to look now to who's going to lead them in the future.
Now, here's Marshall. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Dudley's shot is good.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Adding on to that thought about the Lakers, Clark, they have seemingly always had one of the top players in the entire league to build around.
Yeah, that's always been one of their key pillars to success. You know, Magic, Wilt, Jerry, well, I mean, you can go on and on, Elgin Baylor, and they thought they might have had Dwight Howard, but now there's a bit of a search to find the leader to take over once Kobe is gone.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush. Now he's gotten his legs underneath him because he's having a heck of a quarter.
And the Lakers call time here. John Henson building on the promise of his rookie year speed, more than doubling his minutes last season.
Yeah, continuing that strong production. You know, he upped his field goal percentage, 6th in the league in blocks per game, and the length and athleticism and range to one day become, I think, an elite defender.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Now here's Kobe. He's got 16. That's good. Bryant's got 18 points in the game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And you talk about Henson's rim protection. I'll tell you what, he's one of the best in the league at blocking shots without fouling. He keeps that separation between his body and the shot maker. Pretty impressive for a player in just his second season in the NBA.
Lakers leading by 11. Lynn kicks to Kobe. Back to Lynn. Hill, a screen on Mayo. Lynn the pass to Hill. Milwaukee with the rebound. Henson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And for Henson, remember, he was the 2-time ACC Defensive Player of the Year, second all-time in block shots after 3 years at North Carolina. He's young, but developed his great defense at the collegiate level.
And Davis gets it to go.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Marshall dishes to Antetokounmpo. It's Mayo on the wing. And Marshall kicks to Middleton. Net falls. Great assist by Marshall.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
LA's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Kobe, the pass to Johnson. He kicks to Hill. Outside, Lynn. With the fadeaway. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Lynn's got 11 points in the quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
There's 1:26 left in the first half. Antetokounmpo kicks to Mayo. Henson sets a screen for Mayo. Feeds it to Marshall. Now the dish to Middleton. Tries from 16. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Kings game. Should be a close one.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Mayo, an easy 2 points on the layup. Mayo's got 15 points.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Kobe kicks to Lynn. With the shot. And again, it's the Lakers. There's 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Marshall dishes to Middleton. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 12. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now Lynn. He's got 15. Davis with a screen on Mayo. Lynn kicks to Davis. Bryant drives in, and it's blocked. And so we conclude the first half. Lakers lead by 12. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.